Good morning. You're listening to Coastal Alabama's all-new Highway 98 radio with Rick McCann. Once again, behind the microphone, y'all. Now let's get to it.
Making small talk, trying not to say the wrong thing. Dancing to a Dirk song. Didn't take long, strangers turned to lovers in a blink. Ooh, most of the year I'm fine without you. But every single summer I'll still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. Red lips on a Coke can, caught myself falling for your farmer's tan. Still ain't found a better sunset yet. Ever since you left, I've been trying, but I can't. Every single summer, I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me. And your teeth singing red dirt road, slow kissing you in the fallback road. Do you wish you were there? Are you wondering where did it go? Where did it go? Every single summer I still think about how we used to ride around town in your hand-me-down Ford. Parking by the water, start floating like bobbers until the sun kissed the shore. It was you and me, living bigger than we could afford, sitting in a sycamore tree. Every single summer I wonder if you think about me.
Hello, welcome everyone to Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 on this Monday morning. Glad that you're joining us once again. Didn't we have a spectacular weekend? Beautiful here along the beautiful Gulf Coast of Alabama. And I certainly enjoyed myself. I hope that you did as well. I got down to the beach, went over to Mobile Bay, and I saw a person. And this isn't the first time, but he had a shark on the line in Mobile Bay. Now, it was a small shark, but nonetheless, he was a fighter, the shark was. And he was, of course, trying to get away, but they reeled him in, and they pulled him up. And, yeah, it was looked like a bull shark or maybe a tiger shark. Definitely wasn't a hammerhead. You could tell the difference with the hammerhead, but it was a feisty guy. After checking him out, the fisherman, the guy who caught it, took it off the line and put it back into the bay. Now, I've seen in the last year, 3 different folks catch some small sharks. And that's why when you walk into the bay, and I normally don't much anymore anyways, but when you walk into the bay, you got to be careful because even though There may not be any 10-footers in there or 8-footers. There might be, some sharks 2 or 3 feet long, maybe longer, and they will definitely attack you. I remember many years ago over in Fairhope, a person had caught a small shark, probably 2 or 3 feet, maybe a little longer, had him up on the pier, had taken him off the hook, and someone in sandals was standing in front of the shark, and that shark bit his foot. And yeah, it was bleeding and it hurt, and he had to go to the hospital. So you can't be too careful. There are plenty of fish with teeth that will bite you. So even as you are walking in the bay these days, you just got to be careful and kind of know where you're going and what you're stepping on. But we did have a great weekend. I talked to some of my friends here, and they had a great weekend. They barbecued out, and that's the great thing about living here. So let's get into the music business. We got plenty of music. We've got some news from Nashville, Music City, USA. Of course, we got to tell you about some events that have recently hit our event calendar, news, weather, and so much more happening today on Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast roller, the night-lighter. And it's not long until they become the fender-benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
Crank that radio up. Leave those cares behind. Stroll on down the coastline with Coastal Alabama Highway 98 Radio.
We've been swinging and missing. It ain't broke yet, but damn, it needs fixing. Been a while since you kissed, felt like kissing. It's just different. We've been talking about forever since we've been together. Something about a ring makes you think we're better off with all this, but we're caught in between a rock and a hard place. Red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face when I walked out that door. That's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it bends or it breaks? Between a rock and a hard place. For the record, shit, throwing in the towel takes some effort. So I'd rather ride it out for better weather. Together, between a rock and a hard place. Red wine and mistakes, tears rolling down your face when I walked out that door. That's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. Damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it mends or it breaks? Between a rock and a hard place. We've been talking about forever since we've been together. Something about a ring makes you think we're better off with all this, but we're caught in between a rock and a hard place. Tears rolling looking down in your face as I walked out that door. And that's when I lost it. Midnight in Austin. And damn, I'm exhausted. What the hell's this all for? Is this where it mends or it breaks? How much more of this can we take?
Girl, you could pull off big city, top shelf, high class, pretty. You got that style so classic, and everybody knows you have it. You got a Hollywood smile, but a heart like Texas. But I'll never figure out just what you look best in. You look good in the middle of a little farm town, good on a bench seat riding round. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret everyone around here can see. I look good with you, you look good with me. You got that thing about you, turns every head around you. And I don't know if you know it, 'cause if you do, girl, you sure don't show it. And I keep falling more in love, and it ain't just because you look good in the middle of a little farm town, good on my bench seat riding round. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret everyone around here can see. I look good with you, you look good with me. Town, good on my bench seat riding round. Look good in nothing, good in my shirt. Right now you're looking so good it hurts. Look good climbing up, holding on to my John Deere, kicking back in my lap with a cold beer. No secret everyone around here can see. I look good with you, you look good with me. You look good, you look good. Girl, you look good with me. You look good, you look good. Girl, you look good with me.
We've got the latest news out of Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. News about your favorite country music artists coming up in just a few moments here on Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio. Mobile Bay Patrol Service, public safety and law enforcement trained with more than 30 years experience here along the Gulf Coast, protecting our people, our property, and our way of life. Give them a call at 251-264-2498. They offer mobile patrol services of churches, businesses, schools, gated communities, condominiums, beach resorts, yacht clubs, and so much more. 251-264-2498. Call today and you will sleep better tonight. If your business is hiring right now and you need employees, Coastal Alabama Highway 98 invites you to send your opening, your job descriptions to us, helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We will be more than happy to broadcast those on our radio programs And if you are looking for a job, maybe we can connect you with an employer that's hiring. Send us your name, information, contact, so forth. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We'll try to get you hooked up with a company that's hiring and looking for someone just like you. Remember, small businesses, big businesses, it doesn't matter. Right now, you can have all of your jobs posted right here on coastal Alabama at no cost at all. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com.
Last night we brought the children by to visit their grandpa, and it's plain to see they're truly part of him. And while we were there, their grandma took out some old photographs. Man, he sure looked a lot like me back then. I'm seeing my father in me. I guess that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And today I took my wife for a walk down that old dirt road where my daddy took my mom so many times. And we found the time to mention things we never had before. And we shared some thoughts about the family line. Yeah, I'm seeing my father in me. I guess that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And now looking back, I can recall the times we disagreed, when I could not take hold of his old-fashioned ways. And the more I tried to prove him wrong, the more I proved him right. Now I know why he still stood by me. I went through that stage. I'm seeing my father in me. Yes, that's how it's meant to be. And I find more and more like him each day. I notice I walk the way he walks. I notice I talk the way he talks. I'm starting to see my father in me. And I'm happy to see my father in me.
Here along the Gulf Coast, we, the people, and the media included, have been talking for years about the number of people moving to Alabama. Not just here along beautiful Gulf shores, but all across the state, especially in Madison County, Huntsville, one of the fastest growing cities now in the nation. But according to the U.S. Census Bureau and a new study, it shows that 30 states are sending people, or they're actually volunteering to move, but people are coming from 30 states just in the last 5 years. Residents from Iowa, Nevada, Maryland, Arkansas, New York, Missouri, Arizona, Alaska, Kansas, Wisconsin, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Kentucky, Washington, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Colorado, Utah, Pennsylvania, Ohio, South Carolina, Virginia, Indiana, North Carolina, California, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, and even our neighbor next door, Florida, have been moving into Alabama, the beautiful, in record numbers. You might say, well, where are we going to put all these people? But the study also shows that they're not all moving to the same city or the same county, but many of them are beginning to move into the same regions of the state, including northern Alabama, of course, southern along the beautiful beaches, and eastern Alabama along the I-20 corridor, where there's still a lot of agriculture, farmlands. There are a number of reasons, of course. Alabama still remains one of the lowest states to buy land and homes. Taxes, although some complaining about them, are still lower than in many states. And there's plentiful jobs and opportunities, less crime. And now, of course, everybody's knowing. Everybody's got the word, and people keep moving in. So if you're wondering, where are these people coming from? Now you know. Your local news and 7-day forecast coming up moments away.
Are you one of them girls that peels off the Bud Light label? Just might run the pool table. Roll your eyes if I call you an angel. Ain't you one of them girls? Ask you to dance, you say no. Just to see how far I'll go. Your song comes on and your eyes close. That's when I know, yeah. You got your heart on lockdown. Got a wall I gotta knock down. Kinda wanna do a shot now. Come on now. You one of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody. You're just here for the party. If I'm wrong, then stop me. You one of them girls that ain't handing out your number. You like to make us want you. You like to make us wonder if you're one of them girls. 'Cause I'm one of them boys who trade his whole world. Not even trying. Yeah, you know I ain't lying. Damn right, you one of them girls. Broke every heart in your hometown. On the day you rolled out, got them all wishing on stars now. If I found one of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody, you're just here for the party. If I'm wrong, then stop me. You one of them girls that ain't handing out your number. You like to make us want you. You like to make us wonder if you're one of them girls. Well, I'm one of them boys who trade his whole world, yeah, for one of them girls. You're one of them girls I wanna put my lips on. Hold all night long, write a little love song for one of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody. You're just here for the party. If I'm wrong, then stop me. Yeah, you're one of them girls that ain't handing out your number. You like to make us want you. You like to make us wonder if you're one of them girls. Well, I'm one of them boys who trade his whole world for one of them girls. One of them girls.
This week, straight from Nashville, Music City, USA, Miranda Lambert released her first cookbook. It's called Y'all Eat Yet? Welcome to the Pretty Bee Blanken Kitchen. She says one of her favorite recipes there is a simple, quick meal of scalloped potatoes. She says it's easy to put together. Ingredients are available at any store. She says it's delicious. And one of her other claims to fame is her meatloaf recipe. She says it'll get you married. It's what attracted her first husband, Blake Shelton, and she also won over her current husband, Brendan McClellan. She says meatloaf and potatoes go together like a hand in a glove. Everybody loves them. You got to try them. Her book is available now any place where books are sold. You can go to Amazon and get it right this moment. Dolly Parton this past week revealed something pretty peculiar. Now, you know, she's known for many things. Her incredible voice, her boisterous personality, cheerable nature, and of course, her stunning appearance. But what makes her stay so fit? She says cabbage soup. Cabbage soup is like diet food for her. She revealed that once before, about 10 years ago, and once again for an article for Vanity Fair. Cabbage soup. Who knew? CMA Fest wrapped up this weekend, Sunday night, and Luke Combs brought out his newest friend, Vince Gill, for a rowdy duet of One More Last Chance. The crowd definitely loved it. Vince said he was happy to do it with his friend there at the Nissan Stadium. It was really a surprise for the crowd because nobody was expecting it. The CMA Fest, though it's wrapped up for another year, will be back next year, and it's a great time. So if you have never gone, you might want to check it out next year. Miss Carrie Underwood released her latest song called Take Me Out. She says, yeah, it's a little flirty, a little flirting in the dark. The song says it'll make your heart skip a beat. She says it's got a great beat to the song. She loves it. Take Me Out will appear on the upcoming deluxe edition of Denim and Rhinestones. It'll be released on September the 22nd. It's an 18-track album with 6 additional songs. If you're a Carrie Underwood fan, and who isn't, you're going to want to get this album for sure. And at the at the Country Music Festival, there were Christian music artists there as well. But at the CMA Festival, Miss Reba McEntire shared some personal insight about a new book that will be released in October. She shared stories about her life. The book is called Not That Fancy, Simple Lessons on Living, Loving, Eating, and Dusting Off Your Boots. She said she remembered some times when things weren't so good. And she even talked about reconnecting in 2020 with her now boyfriend, Rex Lynn, whom they met originally in a 1991 film called The Gambler Returns. The couple reunited during an after-dinner drinks in a wine cellar. Lynn gave her a nickname, Tater Tot, and the rest is history. She went on to say that life is sometimes unexpectedly not what you think it's going to be, but you have an opportunity to turn that around. McEntire says that she is going to be celebrating a special concert coming up. She's got a lot going on. She just took over the judge's seat on The Voice, and right now she's in a happy place, she said. And wrapping up this segment, news from Nashville, Garth Brooks made a statement this past week to set the record straight. In a brand new bar, seems like all country music artists are opening bars in Nashville, Garth says at his bar, he will be serving Budweiser products. He said it's not up to him to say who could or who should buy any product. As a businessman, he says, my job is to satisfy everyone. He says, so for now, we will be serving Budweiser.
America isn't the land of promise. It's a place where every day is a struggle. Because today in America, 1 in 6 children lives below the poverty line. For these children, living in poverty means going without medicine, going without food, going without a warm home, or even a roof over your head. And that's life for nearly 13 million children of all races, all across America. Where will you draw the line and get involved? You can help these children and their families find a way out of poverty for good. And you can make a difference in more ways than you think. Will you help? Go to povertyusa.org today. Because 1 in 6 children in poverty is one too many. A message from the Catholic Campaign for Human Development.
Where do the days go? Routines rushing around. Seems like it's been so hard to find the time for just the two of us. Ain't nothing wrong with us. It's just sometimes love gets covered up in life. I miss your touch, I miss that fire. So kiss me like it's the first time tonight, and take me out on the town. Flirt with me in the dark. Make my heart skip a beat like only you can do to me. Stealing kisses in some old dive bar. Make me feel like you're woman. Slow burning in a neon crowd. Yeah, I want you to want me, baby. So take me out. Take me out. I wanna fall for you all over again. Our worries drown and sinking like a stone. Out in those city lights, baby, we just might find what we've been missing and then bring it back home. Take me out on the town. Flirt with me in the dark. Make my heart skip a beat like only you can do to me. Stealing kisses in some old dive
This morning I am looking at the weather for the next 7 days, and it's a repeat of what we have experienced over the weekend. Mostly sunny, but we're going to have those pop-up showers and clouds moving in throughout the week. Today, for the rest of Monday, temperature is going to reach around 85. The overnight is going to be just about the same. It's going to be 80 degrees overnight Monday with a chance of afternoon or early evening showers, nothing very severe. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, well, someone told me over the weekend, just tell them to rinse and repeat. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the highs will be in the 85 range. Overnight, Tuesday, 80. Wednesday, 81 overnight. Thursday, 82 overnight. Friday, 80 overnight. With thunderstorms popping up throughout the week, sunny, partly cloudy, and rain. It's a repeat every single day. We're going to be in that weather pattern now, it looks like, for about the next 8 days, including the weekend. If you have been out and about this past weekend, you know it was quite steamy, sunny, but we did have showers later in the day, and that's kind of what it's going to be like for the rest of our week. Living here along the Gulf Coast, we can expect that. Now, I am also looking at the Hurricane Prediction Centers information, and we're looking at some storms, but they are way, way, way out there, not going to affect us at all. There's no chance of any type of tropical weather moving in right now. Of course, we're early in the season, so that could happen later on down the road. So, again, for the rest of the week, a repeat day after day with unusually high temperatures overnight, in the 80s overnight, rain late in the day. And that is your 7-day forecast here along the Gulf Coast from Coastal Alabama Highway 98 Radio.
I saw a truck backing out of your drive. You were sitting in the passenger side, messing with the radio. You had your sunglasses on. I pulled over cause I couldn't believe 2 weeks ago that was you and me, riding down these old back roads, singing our songs. Now everybody around our town's been whispering. A tear in your eye says I should have been listening. Baby, is someone else calling you, baby? It's driving me crazy, this being in the dark. Goodbye ain't ever easy, so break it to me hard. If you're over my love, girl, lay it on my heart. Don't try to save me. Is someone else calling you, baby? You wanted time and you wanted your space, so I backed off, did whatever it takes. Never really thought you were that ready for moving along. Now I ain't leaving till I hear you say what's going on. It'll be what it will be, it's either him or me. Give me the word and girl, I'm gone. Baby, is someone else calling you, baby? It's driving me crazy, this being in the dark. Goodbye ain't ever easy, so break it to me hard. If you're over my love, girl, lay it on my heart. Don't try to save me. Is someone else calling you, baby? No, goodbye ain't ever easy, so break it to me hard. If you're over my love, girl, lay it on my heart. Don't try to save me. Is someone else calling you, baby? No, don't try to save me. Is someone else calling you, baby? Is someone else calling you, baby?
I've got great news and great music coming your way. The City of Gulf Shores has just announced their 2023 Summer Music lineup. That's right, at the Meyer Park, the concert series. These are free concerts. They begin at 6 p.m. at the Meyer Park in Gulf Shores, 400 East 22nd Avenue. The lineup for the 2023 music concerts consists of the following bands. June 21st, Make Music Day at the Park, the City of Gulf Shores special events team is partnering with the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival and the Floribama to present Make Music Day at Meyer Park. Join us at Myers Park for an incredible musical performance featuring Rhonda Hart and Smokey Otis. Now, attendees will be encouraged, of course, to participate in the musical action with egg shakers and tambourines, all provided by the City of Gulf Shores. And as an added incentive to join, Sassy Bass will be presenting giveaways. They're giving away 2 ukuleles. Oh, boy, that's really going to be great. And on July 20, Molly Thomas and the Rare Birds. Now, she's always been a child of the water, and metaphors of flow, movement, tidal change, and bodily connection frequently surface in her lyrics. Born not too far from Gulf Shores over in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, Thomas has made her home in and cultivated the majority of her music influences from the southern regions of Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. Thomas' current album, Honey's Theory, is her first with their touring band, the Rare Birds. And coming up later in August, Johnny Sanson, August the 17th, an American electric blues singer, songwriter, accordion, guitarist, piano player, harmonica. I mean, he does it all. He began his musical career at the age of 8. He's been developing his skills ever since. He's led a life as a bluesman, traveling around the country from temporary bases in Colorado, Austin, Texas, Florida, Chicago, before finally settling down in New Orleans in 1990. He combines blues, boogie, and the front porch Cajun and Zydeco sounds of the Louisiana Bayou country. Music at Meyer Park concerts are rain or shine, so come prepared. And in the event of rain, the backup location will be Big Beach Brewery. Food trucks, of course, are going to be set up at each event for those wishing to purchase food. And the Coastal Alabama Business Bureau will be on site selling beverages. They're not saying what kind, but we can all imagine, for all ages to enjoy. Oh, we don't want to miss any of this great fun, great music happening right here. I know that this is going to be as excellent as always, and it is totally free. Across America and here along the Gulf Coast in Baldwin and Mobile counties, more than 75% of all firefighters are volunteers. They spend their time helping others. Around the clock, many of our volunteers respond from home, from work, and from the fire station. But just like businesses all around the country, it's becoming more and more difficult to recruit firefighters. If you want to truly help your community and make a difference, I encourage you to reach out to your local volunteer fire department here along the Gulf Coast or anywhere in the country and volunteer your time today. Unlike 20 or 30 years ago, volunteer firefighters are professional firefighters, professionally trained firefighters, and many times EMTs and paramedics. Please help your community, donate some of your time, and you'll not only make a difference, but you'll feel good about it. I know. I've been a volunteer firefighter, EMT paramedic, and law enforcement most of my life. Please reach out today, and thank you. Many people want to leave the job, the J-O-B, behind, and they want to start their own business. They either have experience in, let's say, cooking, or maybe making little baby clothing, or some other area, and they have an idea of starting their own business. And I applaud that. Entrepreneurship is what drives the economy in the U.S. There are more small companies than large ones, and it's the small business owners that have always propelled the U.S. economy forward. But unfortunately, most new businesses go out of business in the first year. It's true. And for restaurants and food type businesses, oftentimes it's even quicker than that. And there's a lot of reasons why. Sometimes it's because the person didn't have a good business plan or no business plan at all. And sometimes they didn't have the right financial structure. Maybe they had a great idea, but they just didn't realize what it took financially to not only get that business open, but to keep it up and running while you're trying to make income, while you're selling your products, your service. And unfortunately, people don't have the right amount of capital to sustain their business for a long time. Sometimes it may be months, even a year or more. And if you're going to have employees, of course, you have to have payroll in the bank and so on and so forth. So this week on the Entrepreneur segment of Coastal Alabama Highway 98, I want to talk to you about something that's even much more important than all of that, and that is research. Unfortunately, people don't consider research. They don't think about what they need to do in advance. What kind of research and intelligence do they need to do? If you want to open a hamburger restaurant, and I'll use Dave Thomas of Wendy's as an example, you have to do research. Now, he was in the restaurant business. He had experience, but he wanted to open a hamburger place. But he knew that the big ones, McDonald's and Burger King were out there and that they were really conquering and owning the market. But he did research, and he saw that they were using frozen round patties. How could he attract more people to his hamburger restaurant, he thought. And so he decided, we will only use fresh hamburger at all time. It doesn't matter. We're not going to freeze it. Fresh hamburger. And number two, we're going to make it more of an oblong shape. That'll have many customers very curious as to what makes it so different. And also, number three, we're going to use an 80-20%. We're going to have 80% beef, 20% fat. That makes the hamburger very juicy. And so with those things in mind, with that research that he did on his competitors and research in the market in Columbus, Ohio, where he first started his restaurant, he saw I can make a few slight changes to what others were doing, to my competitors, and I could easily win over some customers and maybe make a go at this. And he did. And well, the rest of the story. But he also had a lot of financial considerations. How much was it going to cost for that fresh beef as opposed to frozen? How much was it going to cost for leasing space to open my restaurant? How much was it going to cost to hire a couple of people, plus myself, to open this place and get it going? There's a lot of research and a lot of considerations before you even get to sitting down to write the business plan. Next segment, we'll be talking about the business plan. But remember, one of the key elements to starting any business is to research, find out who your competitors are, find out what it's going to take to manufacture, produce, or make that item, whether that be a hard good item like furniture or food or something in between, or to provide service of a particular type to your area. Next time, we'll talk about how important it is to get sitting down and doing a complete business plan. And that's entrepreneurship from Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio.
stopping me in my boots. What's a country boy to do but say, Smile beat my chest up, you're downright dangerous. That shaking you giddy up, got my eyes going what? Sipping on this 7-7, never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11, dropping on dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor, she's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter, she's a flatliner. Oh, she's a flatliner. Tell them about it, Dirk. Dang girl, I'm done, I ain't never seen no one popping it like a cold one. Drop it down like, oh my, see the light. I don't mean the neon kind. One kiss from you tonight and send me on to the other side. Sipping on this 7-7, never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11, dropping on dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor, she's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter, she's a flatliner. At you stopping me in my boots. What's a country boy to do? What would Dirk do? Grab a guitar and go sing her song. And go play one of my songs? No, don't play one of yours, play one of mine, man. Yeah, sipping on this 7-7, never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11, dropping them dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor, she's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter, she's a flatliner. Sipping on this 7-7, never been this close to heaven. Got it pretty turned up to 11, dropping them dead on the dance floor. Somebody better call a doctor, she's a little hard stopper. I'm talking breaker, one-nighter, she's a flatliner. Oh, she's a flatliner. Yeah, man, she's gonna hurt somebody, dude. She's worth the whiskey, bro. Go get her one. Yeah, she's a flatliner.
I can never hate you, even if I try. Girl, I love you too much, and I've loved you too long to fight. It ain't always a bad thing saying goodbye. And the last thing that I wanna be is a waste of your time. There's nothing I could say to make you wanna stay. Your heart made up, it's mine. I don't want you to lie one more minute. You ain't done nothing wrong. I'm not where you belong. Don't let one teardrop fall, girl. You think it's your fault, but it isn't. I fell in love and you didn't. I hope you find someone to be the person for you. That you were to me, what I wanted to be for you. I ain't never asked you to settle or compromise. Girl, you deserve everything in this world, even if it means you can't be mine. There's nothing I could say to make you wanna stay. Your heart made up, it's mine. I don't want you to lie one more minute. There's nothing I could say to make you wanna stay. Your heart made up its mind. I don't want you to lie one more minute. You ain't done nothing wrong. I'm not where you belong. Don't let one teardrop fall, girl. You think it's your fault, but it isn't. I fell in love and you didn't. I fell in love and you didn't.
I don't have a filter like this cigarette. Ask me my opinion, ask what you're gonna get. You know I don't say dang when I mean damn. With you I've only ever been who I am. I can't lie to you 'cause I can't lie to me. So don't ask if you don't want total honesty. I've been driving, I've been crying, but I swear I ain't been drinking. Even I can't believe I'm saying what I'm thinking. Well, I'm good at hanging on to what I'm holding. Well, I've never been a fan of sugarcoating. You know I won't say stay when I mean bye. And I hope for your sake you don't ask why. I can't lie to you 'cause I can't lie to me. So don't ask if you don't want total honesty. I've been driving, I've been crying, but I swear I ain't been drinking. Even I can't believe I'm saying what I'm thinking. To tell the truth, I'm not sure which hurts worse. To be the one who hears or the one who says these words. I can't lie to you 'cause I can't lie to me. So don't ask if you don't want total honesty. I've been driving, I've been crying, but I swear I ain't been drinking. Even I can't believe I'm saying what I'm thinking. Even I can't believe I'm saying.
We've got all the latest hits sent directly to us from Nashville, Tennessee, of course, home of country music, right here on Highway 98. And we also play those good old country songs. They might be a little old, but they're still singing good. Right here, Coastal Alabama's all new Highway 98 radio. There's been a number of serious crashes here along the Gulf Coast. Right now, during the prime summer months, we have a lot of traffic, millions of people, visitors coming in from all over the U.S. and the world. come to Gulf Shores, Orange Beach to enjoy the beautiful beaches. We have a lot of heavy traffic on our interstates. Please slow down, be alert, get off the phone, don't text and drive, and make sure that you pay attention. A serious tractor-trailer accident shut down I-10 on Friday. We had another serious crash on the Bayway Saturday. We have a lot of traffic on 59, I-10, I-65, and up and down our county roads. Please, please be cautious, pay attention, do the speed limit. And a more upbeat news story coming out of Mobile, puppy painting in the port city happened over the weekend at Dog Days Barkery off Old Shell Road. Even a goose got involved. Puppies, cats, a ferret, all sorts of things have been involved in painting. Puppy painting, it's a viral thing that has been on the internet, and now this community had a little puppy painting of its own. Yeah, those pictures, you can buy them. Cece had so much fun. She got to lick all of the peanut butter off her peanut butter painting. As we've told you in previous news stories, Amtrak is working hard to restore passenger train service between New Orleans, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and Mobile. Officials said Friday they believe it'll happen by the end of the year. They say they're looking forward to success and ribbon cuttings. Nicole Burke, Amtrak Vice President of Network Development, said at the quarterly meeting of the Southern Rail Commission in Bay St. Louis this past week. Crews currently are running test trains along the corridor, and many tasks are going on at the same time. We are ahead of schedule. Preparations are looking good. And she said Amtrak is working with the states and taking suggestions to make the food service their own in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, to have great service along the tracks. The trains should be up and running. How passengers are perceived when they get off also will be important. The commission said trains will stop at Bay St. Louis, Gulfport, Biloxi, and Pascagoula in Mississippi. The commissioners commented on how many people attended the Friday's meeting. It's off to a great start, and everyone is looking forward to getting it back on track. And they say definitely by the end of the year. Actor Matthew McConaughey was spotted this week in Birmingham and Bessemer at a burger joint. He is filming a brand new movie in Central Alabama. The Oscar-winning actor was spotted at J&J's Grocery and Deli. He is currently filming a movie called The Rivals of Amzire King, a crime thriller written and directed by Andrew Patterson. There were several other reports of him being spotted in the Birmingham area over the weekend. The Daphne Police Department said they've arrested a woman after she was caught on camera rummaging through storage units, allegedly stealing items and then trying to sell them. Joyce Lowe is charged with third-degree burglary. This happened at the Colonial Self-Storage Units. Chief Brian Goldsby of Daphne Police said Lowe stole several valuables and then attempted to sell them. She is currently in custody at this time. Alabama's tourism dollars more than doubled in 10 years, and the Orange Beach mayor says their city has been blessed by the increase of tourism. The Alabama Tourism Department said they're celebrating the economic impact of the state's travel and tourism industry. New numbers show that tourism dollars have more than doubled in Sweet Home, Alabama over the last decade. Tourists spent $10.6 billion in 2012 and $22.4 billion in 2022. An estimated 28.6 million people travel to the state each year, and the projections for 2023 actually is even higher than that. Most tourists stay overnight in Baldwin, Jefferson, Madison, Mobile, and Montgomery counties. Right now, the state is on a high with tourism rates, and why not? Things are looking great. Many visitors stop off in Madison County and Mobile and Montgomery and Birmingham, and I'm sure that this will continue as even more people continue to find out about how great Alabama is. Ezekiel Jackson of Mobile, Alabama, was charged with impersonating a police officer after a confrontation on Dolphin Street this week. Authorities say that Jackson approached a woman at Dolphin and Conception Streets and asked for a cigarette. When she declined, he became violent, made threats, and said, "I'm a police officer undercover." According to the criminal complaint, prosecutors alleged that Jackson said he was undercover and that she was going to be arrested. A judge on Friday set bail at $1,000 with a preliminary hearing set for July the 10th. When you see news happening, send us a heads up. Helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. We'll be right back here on Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio.
It's a very simple thing. It only takes 2 seconds. We all know we should do it. We all say we do it. But do we? About 35,000 people were killed in motor vehicle accidents last year. More than half were not wearing a seatbelt. A brother, a father, a mother, a best friend. Is it worth it? I lost a sister. Don't let it happen to you and your family. Tell the people you love to buckle up.
So you think you can be a good train? Well, think again. Even at low speeds, trains can cause serious injuries or death. You must slow down and yield when you approach all railroad crossings. If a train is approaching, always stop behind the solid white line or at least 15 feet from the crossing. Never stop on the tracks. It's the law, and it can save your life. Proceed only when the train has cleared the area and no other trains are approaching. Please be safe at all railroad crossings. And remember, never stop on the tracks.
It's good to see your face again. It's been a while. How am I doing? Well, I get by somehow. You sure look good since your new love came in your life. You know I didn't see that fire in you. He's found. Oh, but I can see it now. Oh, I never saw that look in your eyes, and I never had you hold me that tight, and I never saw you dance with your feet off the ground. Oh, but I see it now. Holding him, you never looked more beautiful. Letting go has been so hard on me. And sitting here, it's clear to see what he means to you. The way you look at him, it ain't no mystery. He's all I couldn't be. Oh, I never saw that look in your eyes, and I never had you hold me that tight, and I never saw dance with your feet off the ground. Oh, but I see it now.
I've always heard that there's always one that you can't stop coming back to, even when you're done. Well, I've been running fast. I don't know if I want you, baby, but I want you bad. You make me wanna smoke, you make me wanna quit, you make me wanna drink till I'm sick of it. You make me wanna hide away my heart, you make me wanna let you take it way too far. 'Cause love is something bad for me, is all that I know. Probably just pushing my luck, but there you go, lighting me up. You make me wanna smoke. You make me wanna smoke. I've said some don't stops, and I've said some hell no's. I've told too many morning mirrors I told you so, but you got something, and I can't fight it. You make me wanna put it out, then you make me wanna light it. You make me wanna smoke, you make me wanna quit, you make me wanna drink till I'm sick of it. You make me wanna hide away my heart, you make me wanna let you take it way too far. 'Cause love is something bad for me, is all that I know. Probably just pushing my luck, but there you go, lighting me up. You make me wanna smoke. Ooh, make me wanna smoke. With your hands all on my hips, with your lips all over mine, heart beating out my chest. Oh, I'm about to lose my mind. You make me wanna smoke, you make me wanna quit, you make me wanna drink till I'm sick of it. You make me wanna hide away my heart, you make me wanna let you take it way too far. 'Cause love is something bad for me, is all that I know. Probably just pushing my luck, but there you go, lighting me up. You make me wanna smoke. You make me wanna smoke. Ooh, make me wanna smoke. Ha, make me wanna smoke.
I want to give a big shout out today to our ambulance service and fire departments here in Baldwin County and over in Mobile County as well. But here in Baldwin County, the majority of all of our fire departments are volunteers, and they give up themselves and their time not only to respond to calls, but to continue with their training. They meet all the state standards required of any full-time paid firefighter or paramedic or EMT. And I want to really give a shout out to MedStar and to our air transport helicopters, both from USA and MedStar and from Pensacola. All of these guys are part of the system that keeps us alive. They are responding night and day, 24/7. There is no time off, no downtime. They are working holidays while you are enjoying Memorial Day and 4th of July and Labor Day and Christmas and all those other holidays. Many of them are working to keep us safe, to keep us alive. MedStar is a private ambulance service, and I'll tell you what, they are constantly running calls. It doesn't matter what time, day or night. I see them running calls, lights and siren up and down 59, 98, over on the Eastern Shore at almost any given time. Last week I came in from out of town. I was coming in at almost 4 a.m., And guess what was coming up behind me? MedStar, an ambulance, lights and siren responding to an emergency. So next time you see your police, your firefighters, your EMT paramedics, your volunteer firefighters, please tip your hat, shake their hand, thank them, because without them, our county would be in bad shape. We have millions of visitors each year who also depend on this EMS, fire, and law enforcement system. And I think overall, they do a great job. Broadcasting live from the beautiful Gulf Coast of Alabama, it's Highway 98. We've got your favorite new hits, some of those good old hits, indie music, gospel, bluegrass, and so much more, here on Highway 98.
Thelma and Louise and some faded blue denim, jumping in the Wranglers, barely getting in 'em. Buttons hanging on, thank God they ain't giving. Flaunting what we got like we do it for a living. Dressed to kill, to the nine. I got her back, and she got mine. We're thicker than our accents, thicker than our hair, thicker than our Georgia and Louisiana air, thicker than molasses from the patches to the sea, stealing hearts is in our jeans. We're southern girls, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves. Blessed by the cornbread mama's been fixing, got the boys buzzing more than past blue ribbon, busting out the tin like some Pillsbury biscuits. How we got in 'em, now some Tybo fitness. Little right kick, left kick, shimmy, 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 bell bottom, high rise, gimme, gimme, gimme. We're thicker than our accents, thicker than our hair, thicker than our Georgia and Louisiana air, thicker than molasses from the patches to the sea, stealing hearts is in our jeans. We're southern girls, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves. Right kick, left kick, shimmy, 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 bell bottom, high rise, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Hey, lady,
right
what'd
kick,
that Georgia boy
left
say
kick,
about us
shimmy,
country
shimmy,
girls?
shimmy.
Didn't he say
Bell
something
bottom,
about
high rise,
shaking it?
gimme, gimme, gimme. Little country girls, left kick, shimmy, 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 bell bottom, high rise, gimme, gimme, gimme. We're thicker than our accents, thicker than our hair, thicker than our Georgia and Louisiana air, thicker than molasses from the patches to the sea, stealing hearts is in our jeans. We're southern girls, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves, we're thick as thieves.
Oh my gosh, lady, look at your butt. How'd you get this bell bottom shaped up? Oh my Lord, Lauren, look at that juicy peach. Did you have to jump in them britches?
Thank you all for being here with me today. Time has slipped by once again, and we got to get on out of here and down the road. And unfortunately, always got something to do, places to go, people to see. You know the story. But thank you once again with visiting with me here on Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio. I hope that you enjoyed the music, learned a few things, and how about being an entrepreneur? Yeah, I am more than willing to show you how to open your business. Contact us at helpdesk at bluerammedia.com. And remember, if you are driving on down the road and you hear sirens, you see lights flashing, please pull to the right. Now, if they're on the side of the road and they're over on the right shoulder, you got to pull to the left as far as you can. If they're on the left side, you got to pull to the right as far as you can, of course, without hitting anybody. And if they are behind you, lights flashing, sirens sounding, ear horns blowing, get the heck out of the way. Get out of Dodge. They are on the way to an emergency, and we need to get them there as safely as possible. And besides, yeah, you can definitely get a ticket if you don't move over. Until the next time, y'all be safe, be blessed, be kind to each other, and we'll see you back here on Coastal Alabama's Highway 98 Radio.
Don't let anybody tell you it's gonna be easy. Don't let anyone tell you they know what it's like. They say, get out on this town, meet somebody new, get lost in the crowd. All I see is you. Don't let anybody tell you it's gonna be easy. And that's the trouble with a heartbreak. It's gonna hang around, leave you midnight, breaking down, wondering how long that it's gonna take getting over her. It's a can't drown, whiskey down kind of hurt. Yeah, you can burn them 4 wheels up that road, but there ain't nowhere her memory can't go. That's the trouble with a heartbreak. Yeah, that's the trouble with a heartbreak. A heartbreak, yeah. Think about where she is, who she's driving crazy. Can't see her rear view sunset without thinking about us. Girl, I still think about us. That's the trouble with a heartbreak. It's gonna hang around, leave you midnight, breaking down, wondering how long that it's gonna take getting over her. It's a can't drown, whiskey down kind of hurt. Yeah, you can burn them 4 wheels up that road, but there ain't nowhere her memory can't go. That's the trouble with a heartbreak. Yeah, that's the trouble with a heartbreak. A heartbreak, yeah. Oh yeah. That's the trouble with a heartbreak. Get out on this town, meet somebody new. Get lost in a crowd, all I see is you. And that's the trouble with